All right, Dyson Daniels.
But Dyson Daniels, man, so we got a 6'7" guy that can play point guard, shooting guard, small forward.
But you know what though?
Excellent facilitator, great defender. I think this is an excellent move by the Pelicans, man. They're
That
showing
that
him up
move
there
is
with
great.
Josh Giddey, who they compare his game to, which I also like. But the only downside to Josh Giddey, he can't play defense. Well, guess what? Dyson Daniels can play D, one of the staples of his game. So I think we coming out winning, man. We've been hearing all the smoke about it, and obviously it was true. This is the first guy I actually saw that came to New Orleans, and where you actually saw it, that we worked out and met with us and everything. And I guess that was the guy from day one, man.
Dyson, yeah, 6'7". Brian wants to know a little bit about him. DC 6'7", 195 according to Draft Pro Style
I like him. I like him a
profile
lot.
out of Australia. His defense is smoking, bro. Dude plays really good defense. We were talking about his athleticism a little slow footed in some of the.
But he's smart though, man. So
Right,
I think that can counteract some of that.
And they talk about he's aggressive. He gets to the cup. His foul shooting. What percentage is on his foul shooting, DC? I know
Yeah,
he
he
need to
kind of
work
look
on
like
that.
Steph Curry a little bit too.
All right.
But yeah, Daniels is the guy, man. Let's get on the prospect here. Big versatile guard who competes unselfishly on both ends. Picked up some quality experience playing on the ball in the G League this season and continues to grow as a scoring threat. Now, about Dyson Daniels is a big guard with budding talent who's in season improvement. And let me get that big screen on here, right here for the fam. This is the draft profile of Mr. Daniels. What the hell were I at? Okay, here you go. Let's see. A big guard with budding talent who's in season improvement in G League Ignite program propelled him up the draft boards. Of course, he's from Australia, where his father Ricky played at North Carolina State, settles as a pro. Daniels emerged as a prospect, averaging 8.3 points a game, almost 4 rebounds, almost 3 assists, 3 steals over 21 minutes of action in the FIBA games. And then he's earned a reputation for his versatility early in his career, making his NBL 1 debut with Bendigo. Just after the 16th birthday, he continued to grow both physically as a scorer and helped him earn a spot in the NBA Global Academy. And of course, it tells you about all of that. And like we said, he's 6'7" in shoes with 195-pound frame, 6 foot, 10 and a half inch wingspan, and 6 feet 10 and a half inch wingspan. Daniels has grown over an inch since the fall, giving him intriguing size for a willing defender who can handle the ball, a solid athlete who competes with great intensity. A 19-year-old still has room to fill out his frame and has a late growth spurt. So they said on both on and off the ball in the G League, Daniels saw his role expand and shift toward the point guard spot more consistently over the year. A steady ball handler who plays with poise and unselfishness, he made an effort to make the right play consistently using his size to his advantage as a passer and getting to floaters in the lane, looking more comfortable, looking for his own shot off the dribble as the year won, while making notable strides as a set shooter as well. The versatile guard continues to evolve fairly quickly on the offensive end. He still has room to get stronger and improve his pull-up shooter stroke, but set an impressive trajectory with his development of his skill set while adjusting to competing at a high level for the very first time. Playing with a unique maturity of the defensive end, Daniels is a diligent competitor whose size gives him the ability to guard multiple positions, and he has great instincts on the glass and in the passing lanes to go along with rare dedication to being the right spots off the ball for a player his age, which DC was mentioning about his.
And guess who his pro comparison is, man? One of the ones I heard, obviously Lonzo Ball. Malcolm Brogdon is the other pro comparison for him. You know how long. I mean, we've been trying to go after Malcolm Brogdon for about 2 years, huh, Q?
Yeah, we've been trying to push to get Brogdon. I ain't gonna tell
right.
you.
So we draft our own version of that. And I see you, Brian Peterson, asked me a question. I have a question, DC. Do you think the guy is going to fit good in the system with the New Orleans Pelicans? The style of play that we do? Yeah, because he's a facilitator, man. And he's a guy that's not selfish. That's really all you got to do or be to fit into that system, as well as just being an intelligent basketball player. I look at the Pelicans, I think they value guys that make the right plays. You know, if we look at all our team and we go top to bottom, you know, minus a guy like maybe Devontae Graham, who's, you know, is like a scorer, a guy who would what would you call it? A little microwavy, heat up, streaky or whatever. But you're looking for guys that they all make the right plays. You know what I mean? We didn't let Trey Murphy get out there till he figured it out on defense, but even on offense, he knew where to put the ball, did the right things. Obviously, Herb Jones, Kyra's the same way. Najee Marshall had a little wild side to him, and they kind of got him to be that way. Zion gonna make the right play. Bi does the same thing. CJ is more of a scorer. Not to say he's gonna make the wrong play, but he's used to being that lead guy to try to score first. And you saw him coming into his own, trying to kind of pick his moments when to do that and when to operate the team scheme. So I think Dyson Daniels fits in perfectly. And if not, I think he makes our team even more unselfish and propels the 0.5 even further, because you got a guy whose natural gift is to be a facilitator. So whenever you add him into the lineup, whether that's with the starters or running with the bench, passing will be infectious. So I think it helps. The only problem with him, we got to really look at that shot. He got to stay on top of that. He need to be in the gym with Fred Vincent like right now. Yep. Like I don't think his three-point shot is bad as some people think in the percentages or whatever, but he obviously can improve there. His free throw shooting wasn't the best, and that's the first thing I definitely will work on with him, because you get him with that stripe and you get that up, and the 3-point shot obviously will improve as well. So Dyson Daniels, I think out of a 10, I get his pick. I say an 8 or 9. I don't really think it's too many guys we could have picked better than what we got based on what was on the board. If the draft would have went a different way, then obviously we could have got certain guys that were better. But I think this is probably ultimately the best move we could have made, depending on the circumstances and what we were looking for.
Perfect.